What implications could that ruling then have for the people involved in this situation?
I asked Jean-Pierre Lorrain from the citizens group what he thinks it would mean if the municipality won.
It will be a big win because we're saying since the start, the very beginning, we were saying that they're not exempt to all the law and the reglement, municipal reglement. And they were saying the opposite, but nobody were challenging them. After that, if they win, then there will be a lot of other infractions.
So both Lorrain and Birkinshaw, as well as the town councillor Dominique Garneau, says they think that the aeronautical world is watching this ruling very closely. And they think the ruling here in Neuville could have an impact on aerodromes across Canada. Here's Philip Birkinshaw.
Well, I think it'll help to give citizens all over Canada a bit more control about what goes on in their backyard, and that private operators won't be able to, let's say, use some federal jurisdiction which doesn't really exist to do what they want and not have to comply with any laws or regulations or anything. I hope that will be the ultimate answer for me.
So basically a protection.
Absolutely,
for residents.
For everybody in Canada, not just for Neuville. This isn't just a Neuville problem. This could happen anywhere in Canada.
It's interesting, Philip Birkinshaw talking there about the fact that obviously there are other instances where there's friction. Does Transport Canada acknowledge that friction in any way?
Well, a spokesperson wrote to say that Transport Canada's role is to make sure that aerodromes follow the Aeronautics Act and the Canadian Aviation Regulation. Aeronautics, right? But it also says that they're aware that there's this growing concern about the location and development of aerodromes. And it says it has, quote, undertaken initial discussions with various stakeholders through the Canadian Aviation Regulatory Advisory Council. So basically, it's aware there's a problem and it's talking to some people to figure out if they're going to do anything about it. Now, the Member of Parliament for Portneuf actually lives in Neuville, and she says that Transport Canada absolutely has to do something about this law that she says isn't clear. Here's the NDP's Hélène Michaud.
The developed area is not specified in the law, so that definitely should be clarified. But the circular that was produced by Transport Canada also does not specify what elements exactly are not considered integral part of aviation. So that would also need to be more clearly defined.
Michaud says that the judge's upcoming ruling will help define what are aeronautic installations, but she does want to see Transport Canada change its law so that it's clear, especially for what that built-up area is. Because right now, in Neuville, on an agricultural plot of land that's considered not built up, even if there is a home 200 meters away, an aerodrome was built. And now this is the soundtrack of the people who live in that house.
Marika, thank you.
Thank you.